Hi, Molweni. I'm Vuyani Jacobs. Welcome to Beat It, the only program for people living with HIV and AIDS.
Access to treatment and to health care services is not a privilege. It's a right. It is enshrined within the Constitution itself. On Fridays, the branches of Treatment Action Campaign have actually volunteered to go to all MOUs. We shall go there to clean, and we shall go and teach and talk about HIV/AIDS.
Today we'll be cleaning here at the MOU in Site B. We're making sure that we're mobilizing communities, and we're doing that basically by educating women, helping the nurses instead, because we know, for instance, that in healthcare services there's been a lot of talk that they've got so much to do. So we're taking off the burden.
Many people's illnesses are not diagnosed at the early stages. We need to take control of how we're living our lives, we as ordinary HIV-positive people, because you can treat TB, herpes can be treated, skin problems can also be treated. A lot of things that are associated with HIV can be treated effectively. It's not a choice from the health service to offer us this service. It's a right of all South Africans to have access to this kind of services. Let people in Kofi say to the nurse, listen, I can't take this Panada because I don't have an headache. I'm sick of TB. Let me give a TB treatment. Or I'm sick of trash. Let me give a tablet that's going to be cleaning, an antibiotic for oral trash. Let us be given specific medication for specific ailments. And then that would be a good thing, because it's a right. It's not about the choice or a privilege. It's a right.
When we say let everyone test, there's a lot of education that needs to be dealt with, and correct education and correct information to ready people to test, firstly. That's to create this whole scenario of having negative people that will remain negative for a long time. And secondly, to create people living with HIV to respond effectively. Now, thirdly, we speak in a situation whereby in Bloemfontein, in Cape Town, in Maritzburg, there's treatment. Now, I speak of a situation where in Aberdeen, I know of my best friend who died of HIV, openly living with HIV, have tested for HIV, knew what needed to be, but died eventually because did not have any access of that. What does it do to testing issues within the community where he was living, openly living with HIV?
Kudala ekhalaza ukuthi ufuna ukuba khona kwi-antiretroviral drugs, kodwa ngenxa yokubana zingekho khona kwalapha e-Aberdeen kwasekuhlaleni kangakwazi ukuba nenqanaba lokuzithatha. So ufe emsemngciphekweni ukuthi ebesazi yintoni enomnika ubomi, kodwa akazange ukuyifumana. Nakhona bengafanele uzawuzinida nozinida kwa ezofluconazole, because waye-CD4 count yakhe beyimonitorisha besazi ukuthi ithobile isezantsi linqanaba lakhe lokungena kwi-antiretroviral drugs, besingasoze sibe sentlungwini elo hlobo.
Amandla! Viva people living with HIV! Viva! Viva people living with HIV! Viva! Amandla!
We're not supposed to be here. But if fluconazole, yakwazi ukunceda umqala. Fluconazole yakwazi ukunyanga umqala. Bengafanele silapha. Kodwa silapha. What we need to look into is that family values zaphukile. Omama notata abasahlali bobabini, abantwana abasenabo abakhuluwa yonke loo nto. What I'm saying is that abazali ayingabo bodwa abanothetha nabantwana. I think you grew up with a hero in your life. You had your hero in your life, in your family, in your neighborhood, in your brotherhood. And I think it should be just as an instilled responsibility of everyone, that you can teach the person who looks up to you. For instance, I think for me it could have made a lot of difference. When I came to my university residence of my elder brother, who's the greatest hero of mine, even up to today, what I've seen at his university residence, I saw condoms. I had several sexual experiences, but when I saw these condoms, I was like, I wonder whom does he use this with? You know, because he never engaged that to me. And I think if he did tell me those things, what they were for, and why I should use them, because he was already at university, I'm getting there to be with him at university. And when I look at when I catch my HIV, it's like 92. I was just coming out of fresh, and I was just starting a good job, and that's when. And I think it was just between that period. I do drink alcohol. Most of the time, I have liked to have relationships with HIV-negative women. And for me, to engage in safe sex becomes a big priority. And I engage in, of course, social drinking. And I always use a condom. Alcohol is such a social thing amongst our people. It's not just about girls drinking and going out with boys or paying back by using alcohol. It's actually also there's just the compromise situations.
But Vuyani, Vuyani, people are just not the same. Wena uyaphuza awuphuzela ukudaka, uhlala uthi awuphuzela ukuthi uhambe usudakiwe. You drink just how? Lalela Vuyani. Enye into ufundisekile wena about HIV. What about umuntu oselokishini who's not treatment literate? Osana kule stage sokuthi ukudenial ukuthi u-HIV positive ophuza just because ufuna ukeep stress e-HIV. And then mase phuzile akacabanga ukufaka ikhondo ngoba uthi angithola ngenjeni kusho ukuthi nami ngizoyifakela komunye umuntu. Uyayibona leyo nto. Wena ungacabanga because uyazi about HIV and AIDS.
You have to draw the line. Because, I mean, especially when you walk around HIV and AIDS and you live with HIV, then you have families. And then, for instance, my family, sometimes they don't talk to me about the AIDS issue because they just feel like, no, it's just too much, you know. And sometimes, unless it's something that is emergent, as we say that you choose sometimes where to get involved and how much you get involved. And sometimes they come to tell me that, yo, Vuyani, there's this and this and this. I just say, oh, yeah. I get enough, you know, because I'm not. As Ulihle have actually already, and your relationship have really pointed out, is that there's a virus, but we are human beings and we just live normal lives. Yeah. And that we live lives, we have fun, we have tears, and those tears are not really necessarily about HIV. You know, we have anxiety, we have fears, and all of those things, and it's just normal part of our lives.
I'm a twin, and my twin was very, he was very lucky because he could, get any girl anytime. I was very, honestly, I was very withdrawn. I was not an outspoken person because I was daydreaming a lot and I was reading a lot of books. But here's the thing that, as we speak, then you'll hear one of the guys saying, "Hey, I'm done. I'm fumana kai 8." Which is like 8 rounds, which never exist in one evening. But for me, it existed because I never saw even 1 round. And when anyone asked me, how many rounds did you get? I said 15. Because for me, it was pleasure, honestly. But the first time I had sex, I was like, wow, it took me so long to go to the second one. I wonder, how much did it go to the 8 rounds? Now,
forget me. Do not forget me when I'm gone. Remember the laughter I brought to you, the color of my teeth, my high voice, sometimes with no fact. I tried to make a go, tried to heal the world. I robbed you of your money, don't forget me. When the woman smiled in my presence and you felt uneasy, sorry guys, and you felt uneasy when you thought it was all about me, do not forget me. I'm Vuyani Jacobs, I live with HIV. Do not forget me when I'm gone. Remember the laughter I brought, the color of my teeth, my high voice, sometimes with no fact. To him, he thought his high voice didn't have effect or anything. But it touched most hearts and it touched most houses. It touched the world.
Okay, hi everyone. I'm Tandy Jacobs. I'm actually the sister of Vuyani. I actually have got a lot of secrets about Vuyani. And even Vuyani's girlfriends were actually getting very jealous. Yeah, because when he actually ran to me the first year when he actually found out he's HIV positive. He came to me, he said to me, my sister, I've got something to tell you. At that time, he was still working for F&B in Stellenbosch. That was his first job. My brother said, and who are we gonna tell? Then we actually had to think about who do we really trust? And by that time, it was like a secret. It was a shame. It was like everybody were like looking at you, hello. And
Me and my brother, we actually never got along. Seriously. Yeah, we never got along because I remember the first time he was really scared. Not that he was scared when he was diagnosed with HIV. It was his first flight. Where was he going? To Joburg. He called my sister and he was telling my sister that she should start praying. He's going to do something extraordinary today. And my sister was like, what? And he said, I'm going to get into a plane and fly. Yeah, that's what he did to everybody. He made it smile and people smile.
Heroes are not those that live. Heroes are those that die.
Ukuba siyaphila siphila sisenkosini nokuba siyafa siphila enkosini nokuba
You are the hero, my brother. Long live! Vuyani, long live!
Long live!
Long live! Vuyani, long live!
Long live!
Phambili! Vuyani, phambili! La ushiye khona siyothatha.
Asisose saphela amandla.